figured out, I codified the formula for growth. And like I said, I'm a problem solver. So in general, I like to put things down on a piece of paper so I can have it in front of me. So growth in my mind is 20% innovation, 80% excellence. That is the formula. Now, the way to get innovation and excellence is you have to implement 5 habits within your organization to continue to have that innovation and that growth. And those 5 habits are, number 1, you have to simplify your organization. That's my number 1 habit. So by simplifying, I mean, what's your why, right? So here's my simplification. What's your why? What are your core values? What is your destination, right? Vision, where do you want to go? What's your 3-year target, your 1-year picture, and your quarterly initiative? That is, according to me, simplifying your organization. And the reason why I call them habits is, again, this is where companies miss the mark. They do this once and then they're like, oh, we're done. A habit is a campaign. It happens regularly. It's something that your body just knows how to do, right? Well, like driving home, it's a habit. You don't think about it. It just happens. So you can't stop these activities. At the point that you stop, your organization starts becoming stagnant and starts moving backwards. So you simplify every part of your organization. Habit number 2 is to select the right people, right, within your organization. And unfortunately, organizations have been taught to hire based on needs, right? I need a marketing person. I'm going to go find a marketing person. I need a BPM manager. I'm going to go find a BPM manager. And that's great. But if you don't hire based on your values, you might find a qualified candidate. But if that qualified candidate doesn't believe in the way you do things and doesn't believe in your vision, you're not going anywhere. And that's why Simon's rules of starting with why, having a value, it's so important, right? So one of my values in here is to be in pursuit of excellence. So that for me means consistency. I do the same thing over and over and over again until I can measure it and have results. But if I find the best marketing personnel, but all that person does is he or she jumps from program to program. Let's try Infusionsoft. Let's try Pardot. Let's try what are the other programs out there, without giving it enough time, we don't match, right? And I'm not saying your way is wrong or my way is wrong, but in this organization, we don't match. So I need to find somebody who's going to pursue excellence. So that's habit number 2, is to select the right people. Habit number 3 is to solve issues. And that, I think, is key for organizations. I take anybody who's on this call or take any organization. When you ask them what the biggest problem is, they'll probably tell you, we have too many meetings and we can't seem to solve our issues, right? That is like across the board for everybody. And the problem is, because they're always trying to solve what's in front of them, they don't look under the curtains, right? So solving issues means get to the root cause of the problem. Once you get to the root cause, you'll solve that issue, and you'll solve so many other issues that were going to come up that weren't even on your radar yet. Right? And we have a very specific way that we get to the root cause of the problem. I think Albert Einstein said that if he had 60 minutes to save the world, he'd spend 59 minutes defining the problem, and he'll spend 1 minute solving the problem. Yeah. And companies do the complete opposite. They take 30 seconds to define the problem. Got it. Okay, now let's go solve it. And it's just such a backwards way of doing things. Habit number 4, and this is my BPM side coming out, is systemization. Right? This is where you see accelerated growth. So make sure that the activities that should happen on a daily basis, weekly basis, annual basis, you've got them recorded and you've got them automated. And the reason why is, like I said before, people don't want to push buttons anymore. They don't want to work on an assembly line model. They want to be strategic. They want to provide values. They want to solve problems. They want to take the organization forward. They want to progress. And a lot of companies are working back in the 80s, 70s model of, okay, let's create an assembly line. Let's push buttons. Let's pick up papers. Let's drop them there. We now live in a world, whether you like it or not, where computers, systems can do so much of our work. You can either see that as a drawback, or you can see it as an opportunity to say, the one resource that I can never get back is time. And this world has provided me more time now to grow, to gain knowledge, to get better. Right? So those are the people that are going to succeed, and those are the organizations that are going to succeed. And my habit number 5 is C, and that is defining the right KPI. So I work on creating a balanced scorecard which again is just 8 to 12 numbers, not these 40, 50 page dashboards, 8 to 12 numbers that you as a leadership team need to see to be able to make swift decisions in the market. If you implement these habits, these 5 habits, I guarantee you, doesn't matter what organization you are, what market you're in, what competition you face, even in your personal life, right? Doesn't matter what you do. If you implement these 5 habits, you will outbeat any competition. You will outbeat yourself. You'll become a better version of yourself and you'll continue to grow. So these 5 habits lead to innovation and excellence. Innovation and excellence leads to growth. And if you notice, this is how all companies, all great companies behave. They might call it different things, but if you go into their organization, this is what they do on a daily, weekly, yearly, quarterly, and basis. This is what they work on. So that is my advice to them.